Let me take you to the other team in L.A., the Clip Show. Doc Rivers was obviously let go. Your thoughts? Do you think he deserved the blame, or do you think they should have made other moves?
Look, when the team is up 3-1, your superstars has to close that out in one of those games. Doc got no production from Lou Will and Montrezl Harrell. And by the way, I don't even think Kawhi Leonard signs with the Clippers without Doc Rivers being in that meeting. I thought it was unfair to Doc, but you know, someone had to be the scapegoat. And the Clippers don't deserve Doc Rivers anyway. And to me, when you're up 3-1, you do what LeBron James did, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George. Paul George was shooting shots off, like hitting the side of the glass. Lou Will got scored on about 55% of the time. They was picking on him on the defensive end. And by the way, he gave them nothing offensively off the bench, him or Montrez. Big Jokic was working him out to the point where Doc he couldn't afford to play both of them at the same time. He had to roll with Big Zubac because that was the only Big Zubac because he was the only person that could guard Jokic. So, no, I don't think it was right that Doc Rivers got fired. I really don't.
Perk, it's a number of jobs that's out there that's open. What do you think is the best fit for Doc Rivers going forward?
To be honest, I would love to see Doc in Philly. I think he would be perfect. I think it's a match made in heaven with him and Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons. Doc Rivers will be able to get the best out of Joel. Look at what he did for DeAndre Jordan. When DeAndre Jordan was under Doc Rivers, he was playing some of the best basketball of his life. I'm borderline all-star. I think he made an all-NBA team. He was just at another level. Doc had DeAndre Jordan playing at an extremely high level, and I could see him doing that for Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons. I could see him installing that confidence in Ben Simmons. I could see him holding Joel accountable, you know, from top to bottom. So I think that Philly job would be the perfect job for Doc Rivers, in my opinion.
All right, Perk, I'll bring it back to L.A. real quick. Say the Lakers get their championship, 17th world championship they would got if they won?
Yep, yes, that is correct.
Which will tie for all time, the best with the Boston Celtics. Yeah. LeBron James wins his 4th. If LeBron James wins it, how much longer do you see LeBron James playing basketball? And then what are his odds to actually win another championship, potentially to get it to 5?
Well, you know, Jay, I think he got about another 3 or 4 years, but who knows? We're talking about a guy that spent $2 million a year on his body, a guy that has sustained a level of greatness for almost 2 decades now. So I can't never doubt him, because just when I think Father Time is about to catch up to LeBron, he takes it to another level, and right now he's playing some of the best basketball of his career. So I could see him going another 3 years for sure. And I could see the Lakers' window for us winning the championship is another 2 years after this. As long as they have Anthony Davis and as long as LeBron is able to sustain this level of play, they always have a chance at winning the title.
Look at you up there, Big Perk, looking like a supermodel with that skinny man suit on,
Ooh,
man.
I see you at that time, Big Man.
Looking clean.
Hey, Keyshawn. I'm trying to swag up a little bit. Some people may call me Maurice Chestnut every now and then. You know what I'm saying?
Perk, I know you played on the biggest stage in basketball. You're going to watch the biggest stage in basketball here in 2020 tonight. We'll have Kendrick back here on the Shell Pennzoil Performance Line throughout the course of the NBA
Finals.
Finals.
KP.
Personally, I think he'd look better in a sweater, but that's just...
Appreciate it.
Here's one thing I wanted to mention about LeBron. If he doesn't win this year, is it fair to say... Even though it probably...
This is what we do, Key.
I understand,
you
but
know y'all haven't won the chip yet.
But y'all bringing that negative energy to me, man. I don't like that. I don't like that.
We'll talk NFL here in 2 minutes, but just one energy question for you with regards to LeBron. My belief is at this age, with where he is, with where the roster is it fair to say, do you think, that this is his last best chance? Like, if he doesn't win this year, the chances to keep winning will just slowly diminish.
It's going to get harder. There's no question about it.
It's going to get harder. But I'm also not a fortune teller. I don't know what the future has in store. I will say, right now, like with the way these teams have mapped.
Yeah, baby.
What?
I was gonna say, give me your head. Let me see if I can.
Nah, man, you ain't touching nothing. I'm saying, look, I agree with Perk. I agree with Key. I have them winning this in 6. It could be less. You think about next year, though, Golden State's coming back with the Fury, right?
Team across the
Brooklyn's going to be – I'm just talking about the West, though.
Yeah.
Golden State comes back with the Fury, Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Andrew Wiggins, number 2 pick in the draft. They can move that. They can make some moves. You have the Denver Nuggets. They'll be right there again. You have the Portland Trailblazers. They'll be there again. You have the Clippers that are coming back. You don't know what moves they're going to make. And you might actually, who knows what kind of season we'll have. LeBron James will be he's in his 18th year right now. We always refer to him as he's in the 17th year. No, this is his 18th year. This will be the start of a new season for next year when we get October, right? So the turnaround time with this season, I think it will get exponentially difficult. So, yes, I would probably agree with you. This is probably easiest he will have, but I also don't know what the future is going to have.
Indeed. Much more NBA talk throughout the morning. We'll be with you here till 10 a.m. Eastern with the finals getting underway tonight, 9 Eastern on ABC. Plenty more NBA chatter on the way. NFL.
Let's take you live.
Hey, LeBron, just studying the Heat and what you've seen from them in this postseason, what's at the top of the list? What stands out the most to you about the way that they're playing basketball?
I would think 2 things. One, how hard they play for 48 minutes. No matter if they're up, no matter if they're down. They play extremely hard. And I think, 2, it would be the way they move without the ball. They share the ball. Everyone is live on the floor. It's not one guy that you can disrespect or be off throughout the course of an offensive possession. And they do a hell of a job of moving without the ball, sharing the ball, cutting, passing. So those are 2 things that stand out.
LeBron, you've described that time in Miami like it was going to college for you. If you can think back to those 4 years, what were the most important lessons that you learned about yourself and about leadership in general?
I think as far as leadership, that grows no matter where you are every day if you want to be a leader and if you strive to be a leader every day. And I think being around Rouse and Spo, D Wade and UD, and just to name a few, being a part of that culture allowed me to grow, allowed me to see what it takes to not only compete for a championship but also to win a championship. So it definitely put me in a position where I knew what it took. I saw what it took. But also, I fit that culture as well because of how hard I work. So it was a perfect match for those 4 years.
Hey, LeBron, it's Bill Oram. Would it have any extra meaning to you to win a championship against Pat Riley and Eric Spoelstra, guys that have helped shape you and vice versa in those years together?
Absolutely not. It's no extra meaning to winning a championship, no matter who you're playing against. It's already hard enough to even reach the finals, to be in this position. So if you're able to become victorious out of the finals, it doesn't matter who it's against. I'm just happy that I'm here with the opportunity, to represent not only myself, but represent our fans, our fan base, our organization, my teammates, our coaching staff, our training staff, and so many others that represent this organization to the utmost respect.
Allison?
Dave McMenamin?
LeBron, 6 years after playing for Miami, how do you feel about Pat Riley?
That's such a broad question, Dave. I don't understand.
Leaves it open for interpretation. Like, when you hear the name Pat Riley, what do you think about? How do you describe your relationship?
When I hear the word
today?
Pat Riley, you think about probably one of the greatest minds that this game has ever had. He's won at every level. Seen a stat the other day that he's been part of a championship in 4 decades. This league is not the same without Rouse. So, he's a great guy, great motivator, but someone that just knows what it takes to win. And he's shown that over the course of 40 years.
Kyle Goon?
LeBron, you talked about just sort of the difficulty of adapting to the bubble. How much have you sort of motivated yourself by reflecting that, your teammates are taking cues from you and trying to see,